Welcome back to yet another episode of the Learning Lab. For those who don't know, my name is Vikram Badhwar and I'm the founder at Syngrity. Once again, we have Malati Vasudeva on the Learning Lab, and today she is going to talk about a fantastic tool that she uses in her workshops called True Colors. Welcome, Malati.
Thank you so much for having me again on the Learning Lab.
Great. Let's get started, Malati. Tell me, what is True Colors? Tell us from basics.
So, True Colors is a personality awareness tool created by Don Laurie in the 1970s, and it's based on the work of Carl Jung. It's a fun tool, and initially, when Don Laurie had created it, they based it on theater, and it was really fun to get to know personality types. And the beauty of this tool is that it doesn't box you into a personality type. It says that we are a rainbow of colors, so we could be blue, green, orange, or gold. So each one of us has a dominant color and a less dominant color. And this tool is all about understanding our natural propensities and the propensities of people around us.
Thanks a ton. How does this tool fare in comparison to MBTI or DISC?
Interesting that you asked that question. So, I'm an MBTI practitioner, and I've done many workshops on MBTI. And during one of my workshops, I asked my participants, how many types are there in MBTI? And they said 16. And I said, well, no, I think there are 17. So they started looking through their notes and they said, which is the 17th type? I said, it's DUMB. And it took them some time to kind of figure that it isn't a part of those 16. And as a practitioner, that was my moment to realize that MBTI perhaps works a lot better with smaller groups where you're doing deep, incisive work, where people want to work, it takes a lot of time to absorb and understand your own type, let alone understanding the type of others. So, to answer your question, True Colors is different because A, it talks about our propensities, who we are, if we did not have the fear of God, society, people around us, who would we naturally be? And it doesn't talk about skills, it talks about what would we be best at if we were our natural self.
So, help us bring this alive for us, Malati. Um, Give me an example of how has it been dealing with me.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't think I can say everything, but I'll try. Okay. So, so just like, like we work together, right? And oftentimes, if I'm telling you something in great detail, I've found that you may not have too much patience for it. And let's say I did not understand colors, right? I would perhaps start thinking that there's something about my work or me that Vikram doesn't like. But thankfully, I know True Colors and I know that you're an orange, and that really helped me understand that you're not somebody who has patience for details. When we are making presentations and pitches together, you'd like to know what do I have to do in all of this? Don't tell me, just cut to the chase and tell me what is it that I need to do, and I don't need all the details. So over a period of time, I started tweaking my communication, and you've done True Colors, so you understand that I'm someone who's more planned, likes to know things in advance.
That is true.
Right? So that has made it a lot easy
Yes.
for us to work together
Yeah.
than it would have if we had no understanding of True Colors, and that's exactly what True Colors does for teams and organizations.
Side note is great for relationships as well, romantic relationships. If there's conflict, do a True Colors, and that may help. Thanks a ton, Malti. This is really important because it is imperative to know the people that you're working with and how to get across to them. So tell us, Malti, how can managers and teams leverage True Colors?
So True Colors is really useful for individuals and teams, because working with somebody really starts with understanding your own self, and True Colors enables that. It helps you understand your own self, it helps you understand people around you, and hence it simplifies communication. It also demystifies a lot of perception and misunderstanding that we carry about people. One of the big things that it does is that as a part of our True Colors, we draw up a team lens, which tells us overrepresentation and underrepresentation of colors within a team.
Yes.
And in a moment, I'll talk about how we can use this knowledge, but just the understanding of how the team is distributed in terms of colors really helps to say, like helps team
In figuring out where is the dominance of the team in terms of colors.
colors. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So we actually send the team lens back to our client, and then that becomes an entire new discussion of how to work with the teams better. So Malati, tell us, how does a True Colors workshop typically run? How long is it for? I know we've run it for 10 people and 75 people. So I know the participant size can vary, but tell us a little bit more about the logistics.
Right. So, like you said, we've run True Colors for 10 people, we've run it for 75 people, we've run it for campus hires, and we've also run it for CXO and CXO -1 level. So this tool is statistically agnostic of culture, it's agnostic of levels, age, gender, and geographies that people come from. In terms of logistics, depending on what we want to accomplish, the minimum time required is about 3 to 3.5 hours, and it can go up to 6 hours.
Yes.
And then, just to run you through what it would look like, it's fairly simple. The awareness part, getting to know what your color is done through a questionnaire, which is really brief, 5 to 7 minutes. And then there are some really fun cards that people can go through and pick what their color is. And then we do a debrief on each color. And then we draw out a team lens, which really tells you how the team is mapped in terms of colors. The high point of the workshop is the activity that we do at the end, where we divide people according to their colors, and we give them something to do. And I don't want to give it away yet.
Absolutely not.
Yes, and we give them something to do, which really brings out an appreciation of differences that they have. And there are jaw-dropping moments that groups have where they say, how can you even think like this? They can't even fathom that someone could be thinking so differently. And we end it by telling the teams that, that's the real power, because there is so much diversity of thought. And if we do not leverage that diversity of thought, we will not be able to arrive at decisions which are well thought through and well rounded. Because if you think from one lens, then you are missing out what the power that diversity can bring. So yeah, that's how the run of show is.
This has been really, really insightful, Malati. Thank you so much for actually letting us know what the tool is and how teams can really leverage using True Colors and to create a common language across their teams and across their organization. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot for doing this. Thanks a lot for coming over for this talk.
Thank you, Vikram. And I just want to leave with one thought. Oftentimes, organizations put, investing on team development on a back burner. But I have to only say from experience that this little bit of investment in helping teams understand each other beyond their roles and beyond what they have to do on an everyday basis really goes a long way in helping teams accomplish what they've set out to accomplish. Absolutely. So I'm hoping that our audience is going to leverage True Colors more to accomplish organization goals.
I'm hoping so too. Do get in touch with us and Malati to book a True Colors session for your team or your teams and your organization. Thank you very much, and we will see you in the next episode of Learning Lab. Till next time.